we still not talking about this? How long are we not going to have this conversation? It is not a ridiculous idea. Okay, I'll give you that. Under normal circumstances, it is a ridiculous idea for people our age. That is definitely true. But we need to have this conversation eventually, and I would prefer a more positive outcome to come out of it. Look, no, that isn't what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I want you to say yes just because I want it. Obviously, I want you to say yes because you want it, but you don't even want to have the conversation. At the very least, I want us to be on the same page. At the very least, I would like us to be on the same page about the conversation. Look, I know that it's ridiculous under normal circumstances. But we are not normal people, and we do not live under normal circumstances. I mean, 2 of our friends can turn into titans. One of our friends is the literal queen of everyone we know. And, oh yeah, that's right, you can turn into a mer person. Your entire lower body basically turns into a fish. So, exactly why should we care about what is normal when talking about the idea of someday getting married? Okay, there you go again, saying that we're too young to be thinking about that, but you seem to forget that we have lost people. We've lost friends, we've lost family. We have lost so many people that we care about. And they were all younger than we were. By now, at least. They died younger than we will. And we're lucky that we didn't die. But that luck might run out soon. That luck could run out tomorrow. And are you even listening to me? I know you need to make sure all the curtains are drawn, all of the windows are sealed, and there is no water in the house, I know. But can you please try to focus on what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying that I want you to marry me just because other people have died. I'm saying that we need to seriously consider it. If that is what you want out of this relationship, because it sure as hell is what I want eventually, we do need to start thinking about these things. We need to start thinking about whether we want to do it sooner or later, and if we are going to do it later, we need to figure out how exactly we're going to survive until later comes. And if we want to do it sooner, then we need to figure out when and how we're going to do it. Don't do that. Don't ask, do we really need to have this conversation right now? You have been avoiding this conversation for months. And I get it. The reason that I'm bringing it up is absolutely depressing. I understand that. But we can't just pretend that bad things haven't happened. We can wish that bad things didn't happen, we can wish that they won't happen again, but we can't pretend that they just didn't. Bad things happened, and in case more bad things happen, and I hope with all of my heart that they don't. But if they do, don't you want to get everything you dreamed of out of this life before you die? Because if I have learned anything from all of the shit that we have gone through, It is that you cannot put off doing what will make you happy. You can't just put your dreams on hold and hope that they will still be waiting for you. Or, even worse, that you'll never show up to meet them. You can't just put things like this off. Okay, just answer one question for me then. Would marrying me make you happy? It doesn't have to be right now, it just has to be in general. Would that make you happy? See? See, it would. And it would make me pretty damn happy too. So why does it matter what age we are while we're discussing it? Okay, so our brains aren't fully developed. So what? They weren't fully developed when we met, they weren't fully developed when we got together, they're still not fully developed, and odds are, based on everything else that has happened, based on how much of a shit show the world has become, we might not live long enough for our brains to be fully developed. So I don't think that logic applies to our situation. I don't think that you can put normal person logic to use in a situation that is anything but normal. Fine, we won't have this conversation. But what conversation should we have? Don't say that. You and I both know that when the full moon is out, when we try to go to bed, you end up just tossing and turning all night and you can never sleep anyway. I wake up, you're miserable, and you're exhausted, and it just isn't a pleasant experience for anyone. So, we're not going to do that. We're both going to stay awake, and we're going to talk about something, or better yet, we could do something. How about we try to cook something? Well, I don't know exactly, but you said you wanted me to teach you how to cook. Why don't we figure out a good recipe? Yeah, we could make that. I made that a while ago, and you seem to really enjoy it, but I don't think that we should make it tonight. Why? You do realize what cooking pasta involves, right? It involves filling a pot with water. And aren't you not supposed to touch water? Well, no, the process doesn't require you to touch the water, but still. You shouldn't be that close to water. You said that if you even touch water, something could happen and you could basically start acting like you're drunk or high or something. I know that you've taught me everything that I need to know. But you are always so afraid of the full moon. You're terrified of it. It's like something bad is going to happen, and if that something bad does happen, if something bad is going to happen to you because I'm unprepared, I don't want to risk it. Fine, if you're so sure, then fine. But really, don't touch the water, okay? Not because I don't trust you, but because the water has to boil in order to make the pasta. So, absolutely do not touch this water under any circumstances, because otherwise, in addition to going all fishtail and drunk acting, you will be covered in burns, and I don't think you want that, now do you? No, you're not filling the pot, okay? Just Get out the flour and the eggs. That's all you need to do. I said I've got this. Look, you can pull over a footstool or something. I can fill the pot. I know that you can't really reach what we need, but it's better than you being this close to water. No, I told you. I've got it. It's fine. It's... Oh, dear Lord. Okay. Why is nothing happening? Your entire front is soaking wet. It's been more than 10 seconds, which is usually how long it takes for you to change. Why exactly is nothing happening? Why are you looking at me like that? I didn't do this on purpose, if that's what you're thinking. I didn't mean for this to happen. I told you, I don't mean to blame you, but I told you that I would handle it because I didn't want something like this happening. What? Are you... The water... Oh, for fuck's sake. No. We can't go swimming, okay? It's very dark outside and very cold, too. You don't want to get sick or anything, right? No, I really don't think that you will be fine. I would prefer if you stay inside just so that we don't risk it, okay? What? I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. What is the Moon Lake? Really? So it's a lake that's shaped like a crescent moon? Well, that's pretty interesting. I didn't know that that existed. Where exactly is the lake? It isn't far from here. All of the water turns silver during the full moon. Does it do anything else strange? What? The water starts to bubble and glow. Yeah, I'm going to make a giant leap of logic and assume that that's probably not a place we should go during a full moon then. No. We can swim together another time. Tomorrow, when the sun is out and the moon has set, you can take me to the moon lake and we can swim together, okay? And you can splash me in the face with all the water you want because... honestly, I deserve it at this point. I was being an ass, and now you are whatever this is. Why do we have to go tonight? No, but that's the reason why we can't, remember? The full moon isn't good for you. You know that, right? You remember that? You think it's good for me. I mean, it isn't bad for me, but I fail to see how swimming during the full moon would be good for me. What? Then I could be like you. That lake. That's where you were swimming when this happened to you. So, let me get this straight. You want me to go swim in the same lake you did, under the exact same phase of the moon that you did, all for what? You want me to be like you. Why do you want that so badly? As far as I knew, it never bothered you that I wasn't the same as you. What? Because then we can get married. And we can't get married if I'm a human and you're this? Well, why not? We won't be safe. What are you talking about? Yes, I did say that bad things are very likely to happen to us in the future, but I failed to see how bad things are going to happen. And how exactly will transforming into merpeople when we're wet keep us safe. We'll be able to swim far, far away. Okay. No. Sit back down. We're not going swimming. We were just going to cook some dinner, remember? I was going to make that pasta that I made a while back that you loved, remember? Do you remember how good it tastes? Alright, so how about I make that, we can enjoy a nice meal together, and then we can revisit the conversation about swimming. I know, but the moon is going to be up all night long. Waiting an hour to go swimming after we eat isn't going to change that. It won't take long. It won't take long at all, I promise. In the meantime, well, you've already touched water, and you're already pretty dazed, so how about you take this bowl and you just look at the pretty water, okay? Just look at the pretty water and just stay where you are. Yes, I promise if you stay where you are and you eat dinner with me, we can talk about swimming after. Good. That's what I like to hear. Oh, dear Lord. What the hell have I gotten myself into?